Thank you very much, Steve. Keep up the good work. City Security, Donald Barber, President, Friends of the Cawthra Bush and Greater Mississauga Area, and Chair of the Cawthra Ratepayers and Residents Association, will appear before Council with respect to a proper complaint process regarding city security. Welcome, Don.
Good day, Madam Mayor and members of Council. Well, I'm back. In the agenda for this meeting, I'm listed as the leader of the Friends of the Cawthra Bush, and that's true. I have represented the community since 1994 to City Hall and have had many dealings with both staff, the mayor, and our councillors. In that time, I have come to know how City Hall operates all too well, not just from my experiences, but from talking to others who have, for over the course of many years, had also many dealings in these great halls. So I have come to be a bit of an expert. As I have in the past addressed Mississauga City Council on matters that affect all Mississaugans, this is one now on how Mississauga City Security treats Mississaugans. Recently on my political news page, I have posted the Town Hall test. It is by, and I hope I get this name right, Nathan Straczynski, a well-known Soviet dissident, although you may not know by the way I pronounced his name. It goes like this. Can a person walk into the middle of town square and express his or her view without fear of arrest, imprisonment, or physical harm? If he can, then that person is living in a free society. If not, it is a fear society. He stresses there is nothing in between, because a society that does not protect dissidents will inevitably be based on fear. There are people in Mississauga who do indeed fear not only expressing their feelings, but even entering City Hall. In a democracy, we must not let this happen, as it means that the much-needed input from taxpayers for a democracy to work at its best will not occur. This is well known by our mayor, as she always is trying to get and trying to make sure that City Hall gets input from the public. So it was with a sense of urgency that I addressed Council on one part of the official complaint filed with Mississauga's elected officials, that being city security lacks a complaint system to deal with the public's complaints, and that was confirmed by Councillor Prentice's office. That it has issued over 800 bans in 2006 alone. That city security lacks adequate record keeping to ensure quality and accountability to Mississauga's taxpayers. That items in their care, lost and found, were being fast-tracked into their pockets. There is a reference to a program called the Sentinel Program that has city staff acting as watchdogs for security. There are concerns that this could lead to staff believing that filing negative reports about members of the public is a priority for their job. There are what was this? There's a problem with some people getting better service than others. The city has a so-called appeal process for bans that costs $250, and all of those who are banned may not have been told of this particular option. In my case, the ban was lifted well past the 21-day limit for applying for appeals, cost nothing, as it was appealed directly to the mayor and council. Now, how would those who have paid $250 feel about hearing that? The public should also know more about these bans. Where are they happening? Why? And for how long? There are many youth and other vulnerable people in Mississauga who are at the mercy of city security. How do we know if they are being treated fairly as they should be? What training do these guards get? How many arrests do they make? And do they use a jail cell in City Hall? It is asked that Mississauga Council provide an opportunity for the public to come forward and express themselves about city security's conduct and operations after the city goes public with a broad disclosure of its security department operations, all in an effort to improve its service to all Mississaugans. Thank you.
Thank you.
Through you, Madam Mayor, with regard to corporate security, well, it's true that we don't have a record in corporate security of complaints. We certainly log every complaint we have received. Anything that comes directly into security does get logged. Now, the problem or the issue is that many of the complaints come across, people access either directly the councillors or the mayor or other staff when they want to lodge complaints, and that's where they do in fact get logged. People are free to log complaints against any staff member across the corporation to anybody they so choose within the corporation, and they do get followed up on and action is taken. I guess in terms of request was made, do we have complaints logged in security? And the answer is we have complaints, but we don't have any complaints that security has received directly with regard to complaints about the conduct of their staff.
Okay, a motion to receive the report and refer to staff. Seconder for the motion. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you, Don.
Okay.
Our next deputant